poppin', remembers? We are the Remember When podcast, home of Zillennial nostalgia, Gen Z, and Millennial nostalgia. I'm Jose.
Hello, everybody. My name's Johnny.
And I'm Amir.
Hey, boys. Welcome back.
Hey,
it's been a while.
It's been a long time,
second.
man. What the hell have we been doing, man?
long time.
What have we been doing, man?
That's a good question. I know I was in Australia.
Hell yeah. How long?
It was about a week.
Honestly, yeah. You got to make that trip worth it.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Everybody there was like, you're only spending a week. I was like, I'm American, and that's all the PTO that I got, bro. Because a lot of these people in like Europe, they take like 1 month trips.
Yeah, it's built in.
Yeah. It's like guaranteed in their schedule every year. They're like, yeah, I'm going to just spend a month somewhere else. So a lot of these people are like, you're only spending a week out there? I'm like, bro, that's actually a long time. Like, I don't think you understand.
Yeah, I'd be lucky to get a week off and be like, and have no consequences at work.
Yeah, no consequences either. Yeah.
It reminds me of the English folks that used to come in for the YMCA. They always talked about Ibiza. I'm like, where? I'm a little geographically special, but otherwise, they always talked about Ibiza. They always had like some type of getaway plan.
Ibiza? What's it called?
Ibiza?
I have no clue what the hell.
I thought it was like Ibitha.
Ibiza?
Yeah. Oh, wait, not Ibiza?
I don't know how to say it, bro. I just said I'm special.
Hey, man, fair point. We don't know what. Hey, if y'all know what Amir's talking about, let us know. Educate us.
Don't bully.
Don't bully us. We're special kids.
You know what I did not try down there, but it's only because of you that I've had this before, is the Vegemite. I know I'm not crazy about it. I did try an Australian meat pie because that's like the only other thing that, and Tim Tams. That's the other thing they're known for. Tim Tams are, imagine it's a biscuit version of Kit Kat is what it is. It's a biscuit version of Kit Kat, but it honestly is like 10 times better than a Kit Kat, to be honest. It's really crazy.
The chocolate's different, one, because they got different standards. But two, that layer crap, because it's what, like 2 cookies and it's 3 layers of chocolate?
Yeah, it's like 2 biscuit cookies
the bottom,
and 3 layers
the middle,
of chocolate.
And then the top. I mean, diabetes overload. It makes it feel like it, but it actually ends up being healthier than a lot of our chocolates.
It's amazing, bro. Like, you'd order a coffee out there, and then it would give you a Tim Tam to go with it, or like some kind of like sweet treat to go with it. And it was so nice because I was telling somebody the other day, like, I didn't feel like I had a sweet tooth out there because I always had a sweet treat with my coffee. So I was never craving like dessert or whatnot because I had dessert pretty much every single day out there, which was cool.
That's very sick. And plus, because I remember you mentioned like they probably have different ingredients because compared to like America lets everything through. So it's like maybe it's different. Maybe it feels better for your body. That's pretty sick. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty nice.
Food feels more like food.
It really
It's
does.
actually real.
Yeah.
It's probably actually real food.
And I appreciate just because of the culture over there, like there's so many open shops and open areas that you can go to, you know what I mean? Like hella people just sitting outside eating their food and a lot of barefoot people.
It's crazy. I agree with that by the beach area. Bro, it's imagine what you think like a California like surfer lifestyle kind of would be. That's exactly what Australian beaches are like. Everybody's just walking around shirtless, bare feet, dogs everywhere. Like, it's crazy. They have a lot of like public gyms as well. So like outdoor like fitness parks, but like not just like a parkour kind of like park. It has like actual kettlebells for the public, like dumbbells for the public, and
That's
people
sick.
just put them right back where they belong. They actually trust them enough. It's insane. Yeah.
Different cultures, man.
Very different lifestyle. Very different lifestyle.
Scooters don't end up in the ocean.
Right.
Shout out New York.
All right, guys. We actually have a question from a fan. Apparently they said that they've been dying to ask us this for a hot second now.
I swear if it's the comment, I think.
Oh, yes, it is. It is that exact one.
Does it deal with small people?
Yes, it does. It does.
Ooh,
Okay.
Yo,
So-
I hated this comment. I was searching. I'm like, bro, come on.
Okay. I have a question for the boys. I've wanted answered for a while. If you could sleep with one of the 7 dwarves, who would it be? So there's like Grumpy, Sleepy, Duck. I think it's like Bashful, Happy. One of them looks silly or goofy. And I don't know. The last one is a sneezy emoji. So I think Sneezy is literally one of them. Right?
Dopey?
I don't know. I can look it up. I can look it up.
I'm going to go with the angry one because I'm be upset trying to smash one of them. So I might as well have company in my anger.
You want a rough experience. That's crazy.
You didn't specify who's topping and bottom.
Yeah, and how quick does it have to be? Yeah, it could just be a pump and dump at the end.
Yeah, can I just like be naked and touch him with like my pinky or something? Like that counts.
We have Doc, Sneezy, Grumpy, Happy, Bashful, Sleepy, and Dopey.
Happy. Hey, well, he'll be happy either way. I'm not happy, but at least he's happy. That's it.
Out of all the questions, why not?
Why have you been wanting to ask this for a while now? Why has this been marinating in your brain for a hot second?
That means you thought about it more than 2 or 3 times.
It's like a personality test.
No, it's not.
No, this is good. This is good right here.
Exactly. Happy, you're angry all the time, so you chose angry. Jose, who would you choose?
I feel like if I choose Doc, he'll give me like some medicine afterwards, being like, "Here's some NyQuil. Like, let's knock out afterwards."
For Dopey, that way, does Dopey forget things?
Does Sleepy wake up?
That's rape.
That's rape.
That's rape. That's why I didn't want to do Sleepy, bro. That's why I don't want to do Sleepy. Bro, that's it.
That's a felony.
I didn't even get to talk to the man.
This whole thing's a fucking felony. Like, who the hell asked this, bro?
Yo, this is important questions. Come on, man.
Oh, God.
Brother was late night horny and was like, yeah, I'm going to comment today. What?
That was fantastic. So if you want to leave us questions like that, feel free to do so.
Or not.
We'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Yeah, throw us some smasher passes. You know,
some smasher pass.
Yeah, smash, marry, kill. You know, give us some good
Squidward,
suggestions.
Patrick, or SpongeBob.
I'm not answering that.
That's okay. That was direct towards Amir anyways.
Yeah, Amir.
School you.
Oh, wait. What about Handsome Squidward? When that jawline was just immaculate?
Nah, I'm not punching above my weight. You know what I mean?
Honest man. Honest man.
What the hell's wrong with this?
So many things. But yeah, if you love us, leave us a question like that. Yeah. We'll read it out.
If you haven't dropped off the episode already, leave us a comment.
If you're still watching, welcome to the actual episode.
Yeah, well, welcome to Remember When. But yeah, we will actually dive into Spy Kids. We are going to be covering the trilogy. So for the next 2 episodes after this, we're covering Spy Kids 2 and Spy Kids 3. Today is Spy Kids from 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that it's been 24 years since this movie has come out?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, it shows.
It shows. It definitely shows.
It kind of has a late 90s grain in the film quality when I watched it.
I just think Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and that was such an early film in my life. So
wasn't it the same director?
Yep,
I'm pretty sure.
Same director.
You could tell.
You could tell. You want to know what's crazy about this director? I think Robert Rodriguez. This man will go from like gory spectacle films to like happy family kids movies. Like he made From Dusk Till Dawn. What else? Grindhouse, where it's like there's like a woman with like a machine gun for her leg.
And
Planet Terror, Death Proof. This man made Sin City 1 and 2, and then
he did.
Then this man all of a sudden, hey, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Spy Kids 1, 2, and 3.
What's
Spy
that gun
Kids
movie
4.
with the movie you were saying with the gun leg?
Planet Terror. So it was like a double feature called Grindhouse, and it featured Planet Terror and then Death Proof as like a double feature kind of movie to like harken back to like 70s like
I remember
like
the trailer
schlock.
all over TV.
Yeah,
like because of how different it looked.
I remember seeing like bits of Planet Terror, and then Mom was like, "No, you can't watch that." And I was like, "Man, come on, like this
ruining
looks cool.
the fun.
This looks cool." Yeah. Director is very versatile. I'll say that.
Yeah, he was in his 3D bag for a hot second.
Really?
I mean, just look at all these movies, especially Spy Kids, all the like in your faceness. Like,
oh, absolutely.
I'm just thinking, this is specifically for 3D. Like, thank God it doesn't look like, you know how you watch a 3D movie without the glasses?
Yeah.
Thank God it's not like that. Thank God.
Nah, like the worst of it is maybe like 3, of course, because it's got that 3D shit. Like, yo, I'm gonna look at this. Ooh, 3D. Like, put the finger to the screen type shit. It's corny.
I'm gonna bite the cage and spit it at the screen.
Oh, poo. Like, wow, that's so cool.
On them poo.
But like whatchamacallit, I lost my goddamn point. Let's go to Spy Kids.
Spy Kids 2001. Crazy.
What does it mean to be a Cortez?
What does it mean to be a Cortez? And that's what this movie aims to answer. Apparently, that is a spy family Junie and Carmen. Carmen is the other one. Yeah. Junie and Carmen. They're two young kids. I don't know how old they are. I don't know if they disclose that in the movie. They're maybe like 12 and 9, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll look it up. We'll interject at some point their actual ages. But two kids. Their parents were former spies. Because they actually still have connections into the spy world. And we find out in this film that they are not too far removed from their roots as spy parents. And there's a big conspiracy going on with the kids' TV show and world domination, which is the, I guess, most sane way to put this film. Is that there's spy gadgets thrown everywhere, sci-fi, Looney Tunes, Teletubby, Willy Wonka type energy, and
Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yo Gabba Gabba. No, literally in the movie, you'll see that the villain's lair or TV show is called like Floopsies.
Floopsies.
Yeah. It's something weird like that. But yeah, that's the movie. Is that we have a spy family trying to unravel a conspiracy, and the kids have to rescue their parents and become spies themselves. Spy kids, some would say.
Yo, that's deep.
Crazy how that works.
Spies, but they're kids. Spy kids. That's crazy.
Just sitting in the Warner Brothers studio. Listen, guys, listen. Actually, I forgot who did this. It was like something Troublemaker Studios.
Yeah, Troublemaker Studios did all three.
Yeah, Troublemaker. Yeah, that's what they are.
That's probably the animation studio that probably helped with like all the effects. Like, cause like there's one thing we can get out the way. This movie's green screened out the ass. Especially if you look at the behind the scenes, like even 2 and 3 had like little things at the credits that like showed like the whole behind the scenes. Everything looks like a green screen. Like even when they're in their house, I'm like, is this a green screen? Because the way that it's filmed and the way it looks, it looks grainy. Like you got that 90s kind of grain. But like I remember my original point. This movie reminds me of like 90s Busta Rhymes, like kind of music videos where it's just like crazy angles, shit zooming in, like
the
in and
fisheye
out.
lens.
Yeah, that fisheye where like stuff, the way it cuts is so quick that there'll be times where I'm like, hold up, wait. Yeah, maybe I'm getting old, but it's like this shit cuts so quick that sometimes I'm like, I get lost. I'm like, wait. Oh, she escaped with Judy. Okay. Because like it's like it cuts so quick. And honestly, that's kind of like a strength. It's like this movie's so fast paced with everything that it's doing, and it works because I ain't gonna lie, it's for kids. You got to make it fast paced to keep that attention, and like it makes it like so hard to follow at times. Where it's like, damn, what the hell is happening, bro? How do we get here from here? All of a sudden, we got thumb people walking around and shit. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
I will be transparent. If you fall asleep for even just like 2 minutes, or like you go to grab your popcorn and come back, you will be confused about what's going on the screen. You're just gonna be like, I'm sorry, what? Because like Johnny said, there's, I guess we'll go in the beginning, right? We got Carmen. She's sitting on her bed, and her mom is coming in to tuck her into bed and tell her a good night story. And she tells her the story of 2 spies that fell in love. Coincidentally, their story.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's just straight up
when
their
mommy
story.
spy meets daddy spy.
When mommy spy meets daddy spy,
a mission gets accomplished.
Hey. Yeah, so Gregorio, weird name, by the way. I didn't really...
Gregorio?
Yeah, that's his name.
There's just
Gregorio.
a lot of weird names in this series.
Well, his wife is Ingrid.
Ingrid.
Their mom is Ingrid. Gregorio and Ingrid.
Gregorio and Ingrid.
Johnny didn't watch the movie at all. That's crazy.
The only thing I remember...
You probably didn't even recall his name at all.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Names, the only names I remember is Carmen, Dagadon, or...
Dagadon?
The like Demon Lord!
Elder Scrolls villain?
Dagadon.
It can't sound like that.
Can you imagine Hellboy is just in the middle of the film?
Lord like, I'm so horrible with names. I just know the father is Antonio Banderas, Zorro, Spanish man.
Yes. The Hispanic man.
The Hispanic man.
But Junie and Carmen's parents, they start off with the spy life. They're actually rival spies and eventually fall in love mid-mission, and they end up deciding to put the spy life down in order to start a family. And then fast forward to present day, they now have Junie and Carmen. but they still work for the OSS, Office of Strategic Services. I didn't know that the entire time. I literally had to Google that. I don't remember them saying that at all.
It probably was in the background, and where it said it was like so grainy, you probably missed it.
Just like a little poster or like a little post-it note on a desk.
OSS. Yo, what, you didn't see that?
You think Mr. and Mrs. Smith ought to be paying the creators of Spy Kids?
Who?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember that spy movie with the Angelina Jolie and...
Will Smith? No, Will Smith.
I think it was Brad Pitt.
It was Brad Pitt. I'm thinking the new one was like Childish Gambino.
They just expedited the whole plot for that movie in the beginning of this one, bro.
Yeah, for real. This is like, it's a pseudo sequel.
There you go. That's crazy. That would be wild.
Version.
Yeah.
Fast forward, we see that agents from the OSS are starting to disappear. And because of that, they end up bringing Gregorio and Ingrid back into commission and saying like, hey, you were reactivated as spies. And we find a little conspiracy with Fegan Floop is their name. There you go.
Fegan.
Oh, the show is called Fooglies.
Fugly.
Yeah.
I remember there was like...
Full of Fugglies.
Fugly.
Yeah, so Fegan Floop, he runs a kids TV show called Fooglies, and in the show you see some like demonic, kind of crazy looking animated characters. They what kind of vibe they gave me was like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers type of villains.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you know how it's like rubber suits and they're like this, and me, I'm like, you know.
They just look like roadkill. Like they look. None of them look good.
It looks like an acid trip, bro.
It is.
The whole thing looks like an acid trip.
Truly.
I didn't even like this movie, especially growing up. I was like, I don't want to see them thumb people. Something about it just is off-putting.
Yeah, it's just
weird.
Weird. Yeah, that's the best word. Weird.
This whole movie is just weird. But it works. To be honest, as a kid, especially kids, bro, this movie's fantastic. This is like a 10 out of 10 movie for a kid because you get so many like especially what you want to see as a kid, spy gadgets. Oh, yo, they use that was cool. It's like you can hack that. Oh, they got this like ship that goes underwater. Oh, they got jetpacks. Oh man, this is awesome. I want to see more. It's like especially because they're kids. That's like me. I'm a kid. I could do that. I could be a spy kid.
I could be a spy kid.
Toys was hitting at Walmart for this.
Yeah, them cheap ass handcuffs. Like you get handcuffs.
Here's a satchel crap you'll never use.
The one you remember, John.
Because it was cool. It was like a police / like detective / spy.
I'm gonna give you a notebook with invisible ink so you can hide your secrets. What secrets does my 6-year-old ass have? What am I writing in there?
I took the Pringles can from
like I'm Nicolas Cage, National Treasure.
Snitching on yourself in notebook. That's crazy. Well, how does invisible ink work? Is it like a?
I think you need like UV light to see.
That's what I was about to say. Is the UV light, right? Mm-hmm. It's like the same thing as like those stamps from Chuck E. Cheese we used to get, right? Where like they would glow with the UV light over it, and then they were able to see it. Mm-hmm. That kind of ink. Okay, that's interesting. No idea what that stuff is made of, but you're doing great.
Shout outs to
whoever made it.
Whoever made that shit. Yo, shout outs to you.
But the theory is that the Fegan Floop, that his crazy claymation looking characters in his TV show are actually the missing agents from the OSS, somehow again transformed into that. Yeah, pretty wild, pretty crazy. So Gregorio and Ingrid, they do some investigating, then they get ambushed by thumbs.
Yes, thumbs. Thumb people. Yeah.
Amir, you have to share your thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on the so they're literally called thumbs. That's what they're called. Thumbs. Thumbs. Remember Night at the Museum when he was like, "Dum you bring me gum gum."
Dum bring me gum gum. What? Dum gum gum.
But what are your thoughts on the thumb people, Amir?
They're built wrong. They look wrong. They're wearing red PJs for some reason. There's just one long fingernail. I don't understand. Whoever wrote this movie, I don't know what you were doing. I don't know where half of the budget went. I ain't gonna lie. It didn't go to them thumbs. Don't do this ever again, please.
I ain't gonna lie. There was because I think because I don't remember if we first saw them in like outside the form, but I remember like the first ones we see have like that black mask over, and then when you see one, I'm like, is that even human? Like, what is that?
I know exactly what you're talking about. They have like a black suit on, and they kind of look human, but they look like this. They look all jacked up, and you're like,
I ain't gonna lie. It looked kind of scary at first. I was like, that's kind of creepy. I like that. And then they reveal, and you're like, what the fuck am I looking at? I'm not even scared anymore. I'm just bewildered.
How is this efficient as just like a worker? Like they can't grab anything. Like small. Like technically,
apparently they're strong.
They look strong, bro. They look like a flexed hand, dead ass, with like without a head. It's just a thumb. Like, I don't.
Just a thumb.
This is kind of skipping ahead a little bit, but later on in the movie, you see like a gang of them like circle around Judy and Carmen, and they're literally just pulled up like this. It's like imagine being surrounded by thumbs.
Like, what are they gonna do? Beat you to death? Like, just
they're gonna stab you with their fingernail, bro.
Nah, whoever someone cuts their nails, bro, because some things wasn't even long.
Have we seen what they look like without clothes?
No, I don't want to see.
Like is there like a pinky? You know what I mean?
Oh, a pinky? Yeah. No, I hope not. Oh,
what,
a
pinky?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I hope
a little
not.
Pinky?
Yeah,
probably. Don't.
How do they reproduce?
Don't worry. Don't quite. Don't we don't.
Barbie and Ken. Barbie and Ken. All right.
They're asexual.
The kids, so their parents end up getting kidnapped by the thumbs, actually, which is crazy. But anyways, wild sense to say. The parents get kidnapped by thumbs.
Because they suck.
Because, yeah, they literally suck. Expert operatives, but yet get kidnapped by thumbs. Mm-hmm.
They're horrible. They're the worst spies.
They're the worst.
They should have been dead.
They technically should have been fired because they failed their initial mission and just married the target.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were on the hunt.
Right.
Weren't they on the hunt?
You're reactivating bums, basically.
They're just like, F the rules,
it's
let's
like
get
Six
married.
Flags calling you back after accumulating like minus 500 points. It's like, hey, do you want to work here? Obviously not, nigga.
Bro, don't even get me started. The amount of points I racked up at that place.
We'll forgive the points. You don't have to. You really don't.
I'll have a record. I don't give a damn.
They're like, we'll do you a favor. I'm like, no, please stop.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, the kids end up getting left with their Uncle Felix, who is not actually their uncle, but ends up getting left with him. He's a close family friend that they end up treating like an uncle.
The lame uncle.
Yeah, he actually is the lame uncle out of all of them.
I mean, he fought back against some thumbs when he was fighting.
I'm glad somebody did.
Fought back,
you know. You know, he tried his best, man.
He did try.
Remember when the thumbs started eating him?
Yeah, I remember that. They just started beating his corpse.
Can you imagine if they were carnivorous?
Nigga, how they gonna eat?
like, you know how the body's like this? Like, what if there's like a mouth like right here? Like
they
just
rip open the middle shirt.
Wait, how would they open the PJs?
Aggressively rubbing it.
Just the two thumbs is just gonna like spread it. All right, yeah.
This is why we don't question shit.
This is why we're not
movies.
directors.
But yo, like it was like, bro, when they got that, I remember watching this movie as a kid and being jealous that when like Carmen and Junie, you know, they go on venture to save their parents, and they're in that like I think it was like a plane or submarine. And they had like Insta meals, and I was like, man, this is awesome.
You were jealous of MREs?
Yeah.
They were more like astronaut food because it was like dehydrated or like because of the microwave, right?
It literally looked like fresh out from the grill, like type shit. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is why I love this movie.
That's what the easy bake oven should have been.
Yeah, if only it wasn't like pink, bro. Why couldn't they make like a red version?
Why didn't they just put a mini propane tank on that bitch? They really grill up.
I want to make pork belly.
Instead of those keep away from kids warning labels, it just says put in the hands of your children.
Infants preferable.
Terrible. Did you guys actually peep that McDonald's like a little, I guess, mini promo or ad in there? Because I think it was Junie that ends up getting the McDonald's fries, and it literally is like a Big Mac in there. Yeah. I think that's Big Mac.
Probably.
I don't really eat McDonald's.
It was a fish fillet.
It was a fish fillet. I was about to say, no shot. Out of all the things on their menu, they put in the fish fillet.
It's the McRib, bro. This is how they introduced it.
Yo, okay. Side tangent. In Australia, and you know how like in McDonald's it has like different like geographical menus, and in Australia they had this thing called the Big Brekkie sandwich. Bro, that thing was the bomb.com.
That thing was stacked too.
That thing was crazy. I had to get it because I was like, anytime I go to another country, that's one of the first things I try to do is see what different things they have on the McDonald's menu. That thing was crazy. It had like, I don't know, it was like a cooked egg on it. It had they're a big fan of bacon out there. Not like our bacon, but
it's
like
a different cut.
Yeah, it's like almost like a turkey bacon, but not quite.
It's more like ham.
Yeah, it's kind of like a ham.
I'm not mad at that.
It's
like
pretty
English
bomb,
bacon.
Yeah, bro. But that thing, it tasted. It was so good. That was so good. Anyways, back to Spy Kids. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Talking about all these thumbs is making me hungry.
Yeah, I love it.
As Johnny said, Carmen, Junie, they end up going in that like jet, like water thing. It was like what? I guess that was a jet. Would you consider that?
I think it was. Yeah, it was
a fish. It was a fish-shaped jet.
Yeah,
is like what it is. There we go. Which takes them over to a safe house. And in the safe house, that's where Carmen and Junie, they're like, oh, our parents are spies. That's crazy. We would have never known from those bedtime stories, you know? And that's when they really learn about everything that's going on right now. And they learn about the third brain, which honestly, this movie could have just not had that in there and I wouldn't have even cared. I mean, it does play a full role or circle, but their dad, Gregorio, he ends up working on a project called the Third Brain, which I guess like helps out with it's like a super AI is like I guess the best way to describe it, right?
I think
it's like a little mini robot brain, but
they
literally
describe
it's like,
it well in that flashback. Remember where he had the hammer and the walnut and he cracked it? That explained everything for me. Like, that's when I really knew I was watching peak cinema because I still to this day don't know why they included that. That's all I remember.
Can you imagine just going on IMDb? Amir just leaves a review being like, walnut scene crazy.
When he opened up the walnut, he was opening the story and the plot.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
He had an A on honors English. Anyways. So just keep in mind about that third brain thing because it actually does end up playing a role later. Sort of, kind of. Yeah. I mean, you honestly forget about it.
Really.
Yeah.
You can predict this movie, y'all. Well, yeah, it was like then they go on like the island. This jet, it was like they initially come in with like agents, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're part of OSS. Everything's all cool, yo." So tell us where that brain at. It's like, "Yo, come on, just give us the information, kids. You know, you trust us." But nah, they're bullshitting. So they're actually part of the enemy. They're part of Floop. So then now they gotta escape via jetpacks and shit.
Wait, pause before even the jetpacks. Didn't you like how they hid that valuable item?
Oh, just clear in the middle of the day, like
just
right
clear
in the middle
of the day. Yeah. All you have to do is just raise a picture, and then it just pops up right in the middle of the room.
Sometimes people overanalyze and don't expect the simplest thing.
Brother didn't even mean to do that. He just walked by and was like, OCD. Made the picture right.
And you know what was crazy? You remember the main lady, like the main redhead chick? When that jetpack came down on her and like burned her.
I thought she died.
I thought she was going to be like burned face or some shit. I was like, yo, that's on her face. Like,
she should have been Two-Face.
Whole exhaust.
Literally should have been.
Spy Kids Two-Face.
That was nasty.
Could you imagine if that was the sequel movie, Spy Kids 2-Face?
I would hate this. And then... I would hate this so much.
It's just the lady.
At this point where this is just evolved TMNT. You already got people getting green ooze and turning into Fugglies or whatever. So, what's next, bro? We going on a rat?
We got to do another quick tangent. Did you guys see that State Farm Batman commercial? That everybody's been talking about how like the Joker in there is like actual masterclass Joker in a State Farm commercial. Yeah. Crazy. I was like, I saw a couple videos on TikTok. I was like, what? And so I wanted to go watch it myself, and it's in the extended cut, I think, is when the Joker actually pops in. And I was like, damn, they did it. I was like, they're actually right. It was pretty spot on. It was crazy.
Did it like the recent Batman where the Joker spoiler isn't till after credits, right? It was after the one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was after credits.
Before, actually,
or was that a deleted scene?
He was in the end credits as like a cameo. It was like, oh, yo, everything's all good. And then he last.
They didn't show him. He was laughing and shit.
Yeah, he was laughing. You saw like maybe a silhouette. But the deleted scene was when Batman comes up and he tried it. He was talking to him.
That's where fans were, they were buzzing about that too. They were like, yo, hold on. We got something going.
That's good marketing, bro. That makes me feel secure when I see the Joker on my insurance.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy State Farm after that.
This brother really cares about his life.
So back at Floop's castle, it's so weird saying that.
You remember what the cereal was called?
No, what was it? Literally called Floop cereal?
Floops. It was just called Floops.
I don't know why that's so funny because I was excited.
And I'm mad they didn't call it like Floop Loops. I wish they did.
Oh, what was that Oreo cereal called?
Oreos?
Yeah, I think that's literally what they're called.
It's like literally what it's called.
As soon as you said that, that's the instant photo I thought of. Is that Oreo cereal?
Oreos.
Oreo.
Let us know what it's called, bro.
Oh, sorry, Floop Loops. Oh my gosh. Is that what like the fans are called, maybe? Like the fans of the show?
Hey, if they did like Italian cereal, they call it Floop Loops. I'll do it. I'll fund it.
100%.
Brother, that's just fruity Cheerios.
Exactly. It don't gotta be crazy. It's just, novelty.
That's nasty.
That's literally what all these cereals are. It's like novelty, bro. It's like, are Bootio's good? Have you tried those?
It comes with a spot.
Novelty.
Novelty. Exactly. You want
the invisible ink notepad in your cereal, bro? Or not? Comes with a box top.
Oh God. Okay, so back at Floop's castle, we find out his real plan. He's creating android children to replace like with world leaders. Pretty weird, but whatever. Anyways, it's like the androids that he's making though are like extremely dumb. Like they're incredibly stupid, and hence where that third brain comes in, because we need that third brain to make them actual like smart agents and operatives and have that intelligence in there. And he has a second command named Minion. And this guy, he's like essentially the one who's like the mastermind behind all the evil plans. Like Floop himself is not necessarily a bad guy. He just is under the influence of like Minion.
Yeah, he's a front man.
Yeah, exactly. He's just the front man. And yeah, and then we go back to the kids who end up meeting what's his face? Dane Trejo, right?
Yeah. Machete. Yo, because you know what? The director also directed Machete.
Really?
Yeah, Machete 1 and 2.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I was like, tell me this is the same universe. And he said, nah. I was like, damn it. Like, come on.
I thought Machete had his own different family.
Yeah.
You've never seen Machete.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the Floops and Machete in the same universe? That would be crazy.
I wish it was like
starts throwing machetes at the Fugglies.
Like maybe the Spy
former agents know.
So maybe Spy Kids could be like the after years. When he mellowed out after killing people.
Bro, you got 2 cereal options. You could get the Spy toy or a machete in your cereal box, bro.
That's pretty badass.
For the uncle.
It breaks after
good promo. Macheteos.
Machetes.
Yeah, we find out that he is family, but he's estranged because he creates all these spy gadgets, but he sells it to both good and bad agencies, and that's why he's like kind of estranged from the family. But he's this brilliant spy gear tech that ends up creating all these cool things, and the kids end up basically grabbing a bunch of them and use them to end up rescuing their parents, which is cool.
Meanwhile, what are the parents doing? Getting captured again? Yeah. That's it.
I'm telling you, they suck.
These are the, I ain't gonna lie, especially Spy Kids 2, we'll talk about it. But like, these parents suck. How do they do spy shit? Like, I'm confused, bro. You gotta get your kids to save you.
How much time has passed since the parents have been like taken?
Like in the movie itself?
I know one, like they sleep. Yeah, they sleep while they were at Danny Trejo's. So like maybe a day.
Probably a day.
That's a lot of shit in a day.
Yeah. These parents suck, bro.
They do. It's actually crazy. In Spy Kids, I think it's literally in 2, you'll see just how much they clown on the parents. More specifically the dad.
Yeah, the dad especially.
They disrespect number 2. It's crazy. Anyways, actually, he's about to get disrespected right now because they used the Fugglizer on him.
Oh, yeah. He turns into a fucking roadkill. Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of looked like a distorted version of Gingy from Shrek.
Yeah, he did.
That's what it kind of looked like to me. I was like, ooh, that's crazy. You're ugly. Yeah, I guess, I don't know if we ever mentioned, Junie is a fan of the show. He loves the show.
Oh, yeah. He's a big fan.
He made this drawing of his own, fugly creature. And somehow they get their hands on it, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're gonna look like this now." So they turn the dad into his drawing.
Yeah, but the dad's like that for like like 5 seconds, and then it just turns back. It's like
I thought that scene was funny as hell because in the beginning, I think they took the photo. And he was like, "Look at this, it's hideous."
It's hideous,
yeah. I'm like, all right, it comes back around.
Yeah, it comes back around for like literally 10 seconds, it feels like. And then he just turns back, like literally in the next scene. I was like, okay, that was quick. Like I thought it was going to have to be like a whole emotional moment or some shit. Nah.
Quick little callback.
Just a quick callback.
Yeah.
He gets just deserves for calling that ugly drawing ugly.
We find out that Minion, he actually used to work for the OSS as well. He used to work on the Third Brain project, but was fired. So now he is trying to take over the world and utilize that third brain for the android children.
Fed's just hiring whoever.
Yeah.
Hey.
The OSS needs people.
If they smart, they're an asset. That's a
true.
fact.
They're brilliant. If you're brilliant, you are an operative.
The United States hired Nazi scientists. It's not a surprise, bro.
That's a different universe, bro. So it's a whole different universe.
Hey, same universe, bro.
Oh,
the OSS exists.
Anyway, this federal government sucks.
There's another character we forgot to mention. I forgot his name, though. That's why I forgot to mention him. It was like Mr. Something. It's like the dude who was like essentially going to bankroll their whole Minions' whole operation with the android children.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, he was so irrelevant. Like,
he only appeared like the beginning and then the end. Like,
yeah.
To be honest.
He didn't really move the plot forward. He's like I say this very loosely as secondary antagonist.
Yeah.
But like very, very
We could just
loosely.
refer to him as Dr. Giroux.
Yeah, Dr. Giroux is there.
Yeah.
Mr. Moneybags bankrolling the operation.
Main villains was really Fugly or Fool. Fennec? What was his name?
Floop?
Floop. Was it Floop? Didn't he have a first name?
Minion. I don't know. It was like, oh yeah. No, I do. Vegan.
Floop. I'm gonna forget that in like this. but the real antagonist was actually Minion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Dun,
shit.
Dun, dun. Wow.
Yo, dude, it's crazy, man. You should have seen my face, bro.
You should have seen my face when I saw them jetpacks, boy. Yo, my sinuses were fine until I watched the series. Something happened.
Crazy.
It made something imbalanced, or I don't know.
That's a stress, bro.
Movie stressed me out.
Junie actually ends up finding Floop in Floop's castle area or in his lair and ends up recruiting Floop to help out.
Yeah, that's when Floop was looking like God and shit. I was like, wait, I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know. I still to this day don't know what that was all about. I knew it was like an illusion, but why like that?
I have no idea. They just wanted to show off their effects and visuals, you know.
Yeah, you know what? That's true.
You could just not.
It was a good effect. Yeah, Clash of Titans type shit. Yeah.
That's bad. No, that's really bad. Comparing it to claymation is crazy.
Hey, I'll compare the two to claymation. We'll get there.
I ain't gonna lie. I think this is the most non-green screen use out of the three movies.
Yeah. We'll give it that.
Number 3 is
It's
like
crazy.
this is 90% green screen. The rest are dead ass 100%.
Yeah,
it's
I
actually
agree.
really bad.
We'll get to
Anyways,
Maybe that's why this is the best movie.
I do agree. Here's the thing. I think this is the most family movie, right? The other ones felt like 100% kids
This
movies.
is the most memorable movie.
It definitely. Actually, no. I think number 3 is the most memorable, but that not for good memorable.
I just remember,
somewhat. As a kid, good memorable. As an adult, bad memorable is what I would say.
Yeah, like this one, like you said, this one's perfect as a family movie. Adults, I didn't feel pissed watching it. Like I watch it if I was watching as like an adult, got back watching with my kid, I'd be like, that's a cool movie. My kid likes it. Good all around.
It's entertaining, you know. And honestly, what I really like about these movies is that they know that they're not serious. Like it plays on, like it makes fun of spy tropes. It does. It doesn't take itself like super seriously. Like it does, but it doesn't. It knows that it's a gag.
Yeah,
you know.
It's like I remember that scene where Junie's coming down like the rope. He comes down, grabs something, comes back up, and it's like, all right, now go back down. It's like, what the fuck? And he goes back down. He's just surrounded by all the thumb niggas.
By all the thumbs.
it's like stuff like that is cool. Ain't gonna be busting your gut, like type shit, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time.
Entertaining.
It's gonna entertain time.
The most memorable moment was definitely when the dad threw the kids, the bully's dad through a window.
I'm happy to talk about that.
That was the best scene because it's so unexpected. They're like,
it's also just so unreal. Yeah. That's not a thing.
He was like, "You got a problem?" Threw that brother like 13 feet in the air.
In the very beginning of the movie, what Amir is talking about is that Gregorio ends up dropping the kids off to school, and Junie ends up getting made fun of by a kid, and Gregorio ends up stepping out the car, being hero dad. He puffs his chest up. He's approaching the father of the kid that's bullying Junie. He ends up looking at him, and he's like, "You got a problem?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do." Grabs the dad and not only throws him, right? Like this throw is so beyond unrealistic.
He threw it to the second floor.
Yeah, he did.
There's stairs to a front door, and then on that same level, so essentially you're at least one floor up, right? There's a window there. This man threw the dad through that window. Also, one thing, and I will talk about this more in the other movies, one thing Spy Kids does that I absolutely hate so much is their sound effects. Their sound, they go so over the top with everything. And again, I know this movie is not taking itself seriously. It's meant for kids. You know, that's what they do. They make those goofy sounds and all that. Kids like that, right? But that glass shattering, it sounded like it literally sounded like it was Avengers Endgame, like a building was being brought down when the dude shattered the glass. I was like, that's so extra.
They just took some audio leisures, the car where it's like, "Stop copying me," and then they just literally the same voice.
Junie's ability to imitate,
bro.
I thought that was a gadget, but no, this man just can do that.
He dead ass just lip syncs.
Stop copying me.
Let's get to the finale. The movie is basically at its climax at this point. Junie ends up recruiting Floop to help out. Minion ends up unleashing his android children to stop them. And Machete ends up busting in and ends up knocking some heads and join the family mission. And
Machete didn't do shit.
I mean,
he did better than half these other adults.
Machete didn't do.
He really didn't do actually.
He didn't do anything. Everybody in the end got ready to pose up for a fight, and it's like you got like hundreds of children, like super soldiers, and they go kill them, and everyone's ready. But it's like someone like hacked it, and then they hacked all the children to be good and attack like Minion and Floop and all them. Mm-hmm. No one did shit in this finale.
They was just surviving, bro.
Everybody just survived.
God got him.
Yeah, the happy or somewhat happy ending is that Minion ends up getting 3 additional heads on him. He has like a head up on top, head on the side. He has like 4 of everything. So like 4 hands and all that. And I mentioned this because he actually will show up again in the future. Spoilers ahead, but whatever. He's gonna you'll see him again down the road.
Yeah. He'll have heavy plot importance.
Okay.
Next time on Spy.
All right.
Yeah, the android kids end up getting reprogrammed and end up being stars on the Floop TV show. Kind of weird, not gonna lie, but whatever.
Yeah. And some are helping, like public servants. They're helping people get out of burning buildings. You know,
they're changing lives now.
Yeah.
They're changing lives.
I love how the kids' eyes light up.
Oh yeah, that was weird. They were like, no, it was weird.
Whenever they would make them talk, and because they didn't have a brain, they couldn't really do words. It was weird when you hear, it's weird. They're like, it's fucking weird.
Was that a whole different language, or was like
it literally sounded like
backwards?
Gibberish.
I thought it was just backwards.
Oh, you're thinking about the Floop.
Yeah.
The kids were speaking like just gibberish, it looked like, but them Floop dudes would be all backwards. Which I wonder if you replayed the movie in backwards, like with all their scenes, are they actually saying something? Maybe.
There you go. That's a challenge for all you remembers. Rewatch Spy Kids. Play it backwards. Watch it backwards.
He watches it. Big pickle around the moon. Big pickle around the moon. Random statements.
Okay, to wrap things up, back at home, the Cortez family is finally sitting down for a meal with each other. The head of OSS calls them up, and they have a new mission for them. I'm so sorry, Johnny. That's crazy.
I'm fucking dead.
Just rewatch it backwards.
People on the moon. Where did that come from? Oh, shit. My God. Oh, I'm sober. Okay, we're good.
I'm sober. But yeah, Junie and Carmen end up accepting the mission so long as they can go as a family. And that wraps things up, and we get a spy family now.
A family. We only go as family.
Family.
So, guys, what we learn about what it means to be a Cortez?
You have a crazy family, and you got cool gadgets.
How about you, Jose?
So, fun fact, Danny Trejo has a food place out in California called Trejo's Tacos.
Yeah, I want to visit.
So, what I take out of this story is fuck Spy Kids. Go get yourself some tacos. Go check out Trejo's Tacos. Yeah, go out to LA.
Instead of watching a movie, go to LA, bud.
After this, I'm gonna just get a screen capture of like the Floop episode, and I'm gonna make them say "Big Pickle around the moon." I ain't gonna lie. Because if I can get a couple of people fucked up about it, I'll die happy.
Yo, Brady has like a Mandela effect too.
Just gaslight the fuck out of
Yo, did you know Spy Kids?
They said "Big Pickle around the moon."
You reverse the moon. My fucking ribs.
Oh, God. Okay. To wrap things up, what are your final ratings? For
7 out of 10. It's a good movie. Fun for the kids. Great movie for the family. Remember, being a spy is all about family.
I learned never to judge family, even if they're a black market dealer. Machete, we love you. This is a machete out of 2. I'll give it 50%.
I'm in debate. We'll say like as an adult, I'll say 6.5 out of 10. I felt like as a kid at the time of its release, I probably would have gave it like an 8 out of 10 as a kid. But as an adult, just looking at it, I'm like, especially the movie has aged. You can tell so much that has aged because there's some movies where like when we talked about Ghostbusters, it aged in the sense of like visually it aged, but like besides that, you could rewatch that at any point in time, right? This is not a movie where I'm like, honestly, 20 years from now, people are going to laugh that this was a movie that was made. Like 20 years from now, people are going to be like, what the hell was that?
It's like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm glad it's a movie that knows what it's doing. It knew what it was doing. It didn't really feel like a bullshit kids movie where it's like, I'm about to turn my brain off to watch this shit. It's like, or I might just leave the room because I can't stand this. This is good. Yeah, like I could rewatch it and not get pissed.
I could, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, get blazed with your homies and go watch some.
And go watch it backwards.
Watch it backwards. You'll garner a new respect for the movie.
Oh God! All right, well that wraps things up. Another one in the books. Stay tuned for the next 2 Spy Kids movies. Spy Kids 2 and 3D. Whoa! Woo! That's what we gotta do. We gotta get like add a visual effect where we're like going into the screen.
For the whole Spy Kids 3D, just put that shitty red and blue filter on it. Go get your red and blue glasses, guys.
For a special
them glasses suck too. They sucked.
We'll get more to
the
3D.
OG ones with the white frame.
Oh, God. All right. Well, stay tuned for some more Spy Kids. We appreciate y'all so very much. Until next time, peace out, remembers.
Family.
Family.
Remember When is a Sweet Recording production. Check them out at suiterecording.com.
Intro and outro created by our very own Johnny.
Subscribe, listen, and remember to review wherever you are on social media. Thanks for listening.